High school is a very awkward time in an individual's life, so I'm here to make it less awkward. What's up? It's me. It's August, and I've seen a lot of back to school videos, high school videos. They all pretty much cover the basis of the same thing as far as popularity, being yourself, trying new things, making friends, love. I saw one like a few years ago that was about like study skills to prep you for college, but I've only saw like a couple of those kinds of videos. They're not really all that popular. I was thinking, like, you know what, all that is great, all that's good, all that advice is pretty helpful. However, I'm older, so I realize I have a few regrets from high school and college. We'll talk about that later. There's some things that I would like to have changed, of course, especially in high school, that I could have, you know, maneuvered my way through high school a little bit better than I did. I mean, I did pretty well for myself. I got myself a full scholarship from the grace of God to go to college. I feel like I did pretty well in high school overall, but there is still those few things that I wish that I just stayed away from. I do have some advice of my own. Okay, so first and foremost, to me, I see high school as a stepping stone, if you will. A stepping stone into adulthood. Okay, you're 14 to 18 roughly. You're not an adult, but you're not a kid either, so you're in that little in-between. I feel like life is just about being in that in-between. Usually you think college is where you find who you are, but to me it's not like that. This is my theory, okay? Stay with me. If this makes sense, I don't know. If it does, bless you. So to me, high school is a period in time where you find out who you are. College is also an important time in your life. You do discover things about yourself in college, yes, but the ultimate goal in college is to figure out what you want to do after, what you want to pursue. A lot of people say that college is where you find yourself. That's true, but to me, I think that if you try to find who you are in high school, which people do find who they are in high school, you don't necessarily worry too much about finding who you are in college. You're more concerned on what you are going to do in college. What are you going to do after? You're more concerned with what career path you're going to take. You're more concerned with what jobs you're gonna take, what internships are gonna get you into the door. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people do not find themselves in high school, so they end up doing both in college. They end up finding themselves and finding their dream jobs in college. The reason why I think that a lot of people do not find who they are in high school is because they're so focused on making friends in high school. They're so focused on being popular in high school. They're so focused on love. They're so focused on just things that, you know, are getting in the way of being selfish. Being selfish is not a bad thing. It can be a bad thing in certain situations, but it's not a bad thing here. That's just me personally. That's just my experience. No, I did not find myself in high school. I didn't know who I was in high school. I was on the brink of finding out who I was, but there was always stuff that blocked me from that path. I had to do both in college, which was very difficult. Half of my college career, I was lost. I was extremely lost, and I feel like if I did certain things in high school, if I avoided certain things in high school, I would have been much better off in college. Stay away from relationships. Pause. Okay? I don't mean friendships. I mean love relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend, stuff like that. I know that this is the time where you are interested in the opposite sex, or maybe the same sex. You are interested in exploring that side of you, and that's fine. That's fine. That's normal. However, if you're solely focused on being someone's significant other in high school, it's really gonna set you back, because not only are you vulnerable at that time already because you are in high school, but you are more vulnerable when you share your thoughts and feelings, and sometimes your body, honestly, there's so much more time that you can have for that, appropriate time for that as well. I feel like a lot of people, me included, was so focused on just making someone happy that it kind of set me back, and I kind of lost myself in making my own self happy in high school because of the relationships that I put myself in. And it's all fun and puppy love when you first get together and blah blah blah, but there's so much more I could have been doing and focused on. It's okay if you have a significant other in high school. Just take it easy. Remember that you are young. You are still your own person regardless. That's what I did in high school. I kind of lost the notion that I myself was important apart from my significant other. Build relationships with your teacher. Now, a lot of people don't understand is that your relationships with your teachers in high school can be such a good thing, but a lot of people, they kind of gloss over that. They just focus on relationships in college with their professors. First of all, you need recommendations, I believe, if they still do this, I'm not sure, but you need recommendations from your teachers for college applications. Say you want a part-time job in the future in high school. You know, when you apply for jobs, they want you to do references, and say this is your first job that you're applying to, you don't have any references. Your teachers can be those references, guys. I didn't realize this before, but they actually can be. That could help you in the future. Even after high school, after college, if there's any way that you need to connect with a large group of people, your former professors and teachers can be a link to that, because they have their own community of friends. And if you are an artist like myself and you have a piece of work you want to share, whether it's on the internet or whether you have a, I don't know, a studio full of paintings that you're opening up to the world and you want people to know about it, you can reach out to those teachers and reach out to those professors. Even if people such as your advisors or your college counselors, teachers advise you not to, try it anyway. Pause again. This can be exercised in a few different situations. Now, I'm not saying anything crazy now that they tell you not to do. I'm not saying anything wild that they tell you not to do that you shouldn't be doing, but like little things that they will tell you not to do. When I was in high school, my senior year or junior year, what have you, whatever, we were in the process of applying for college, universities. And it was the meeting where you just meet with them, tell them what you're interested in, tell them where you want to go to school. And I remember I told her that I wanted to apply to schools. I live in Maryland. I wanted to apply to schools in Maryland, yes, but I wanted to apply to a couple of schools in California. So I researched a couple of colleges and universities that I really thought that would be a good fit for me in California. And so I told my college counselor that, and she told me that it's harder for out-of-state students to get accepted into colleges. You have to have a really good GPA to do that, and I was an honor student. Like, I wasn't that bad. My GPA wasn't bad at all. It was pretty good. I wasn't a 4.0 student, but I wasn't a 2.0 student either. And I wonder what she meant by that. And I guess she didn't want me to feel rejected if I would get a rejection letter from said university, college. But you know, you can't help but wonder, what if I did that? And what if I actually got in? And would I still be in Maryland? Would I not be in Maryland? Because I could be a different person. Like, I could be somewhere else right now than right here. You never know. I don't know, maybe she just was trying to look out for me, but I kind of wish that I did it anyway, just to see what happened for myself. Wait to have fun. I didn't have many friends that were outgoing and would want to go out. I know that there are a lot of, you know, teenage club downtown when I was in high school. I'm not sure if they still exist or not right now. I didn't go to any of that. And I'm glad that I didn't, actually, because a lot of people, and when I reached college, a lot of people didn't like going out because they already did that. They already went through all that stuff. They didn't like to go to clubs anymore because they already been for the last 2 years. So they didn't want to do it in college. You get bored with it, kind of. I mean, school dances are fine to go to, whatever, prom, have at it, but don't overdo anything. Don't feel like you have to go to someone's weekend house party or whatever. Don't rush yourself to have fun. Don't solely focus on look. Try different looks out. Again, I am a firm believer that high school is a period in time where you find out who you are, what you like. One day color your hair, one day wear makeup, one day don't wear makeup, one day wear your hair natural, one day have it straightened. Try out looks as much as you can, depending on your school's rules or whatever. Try out different looks. What can happen? People say that you don't look good. They don't know what looks good or what doesn't look good. They still try to figure out what they like in life. As long as you tried it, if you like it, that's good. If you didn't, that's okay too. As long as you tried it, you know what you like, you know what you don't like. I was so afraid to do that. Some of these things like I didn't do in high school that I wish I did, so that in college I wouldn't have been trying to figure out still who I am and what I like and blah blah blah. Like, I didn't want to do that in college. Stay away from the internet. I know this is hard. Let me explain. I don't mean, you know, drastic stay away from the internet. There's just a few things specifically that I mean. Dating apps. Do not go on dating apps. High school, college, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. I did in high school and I regret it because it was a waste of time. It was a waste of my time. You don't know what creepy people are out here anyway, and the people who are actually real in your age online too. Why would you want to talk to them? What are they doing on the internet dating? They really can't find anyone in their neighborhood to hang out with. The other side of it is that when you're mad, when you're frustrated, your boyfriend broke up with you, your girlfriend not acting right, you're having trouble with your family, try not to blast your emotions on the internet. I did that when I was in high school. When I got my heart broken or I was just mad at the world, I put things out on the internet, like statuses on Facebook specifically. I said some pretty harsh things about my mom. I said some really dumb things, like just stupid things. I thought I was cute, to be honest, and I really wasn't. That shit is not cute. If you're emotionally drained, if you're mad at someone, go to them and confront them. Don't confront your computer screen or your phone screen. My last bit of advice: make mistakes. I cannot even count how many mistakes I've made that I've learned from. I am amazed at how many mistakes an individual can make. It's one thing to make mistakes and do them over and over and over again, but when you make a mistake, first realize that it is a mistake. Own it. Doesn't matter what you've done. Whatever mistake that you made, learn from it, okay? Learn from your mistakes, because you will have more than one. Nobody here is perfect. Everybody poops. You made a mistake, that's fine. Get over it, learn from it, prosper. Alright guys, so that was my advice for those of you who are entering high school. Give me advice for those of you who are going to college or about to go to college. If you want me to do a video on my high school experience with specific details, let me know. If you want me to do like an advice for college or what I've learned in college, experience in college, what have you, let me know. If you already graduated from high school, comment down below something that you've learned in high school, a mistake that you made and what you learned from it. If you are going into high school, tell me what you're excited about, and I'll catch you tomorrow.